What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James from Mint Hunter Comics, and I actually had a gentleman and his wife just drop all this off. I've been spending the last 7 hours kind of going through, picking the best stuff, and this is pretty much what we're left with. I am going to take it all, but this stuff I'm probably just going to have like a dollar bin sale or something. This is the stuff that's either mini-series, full runs, or just stuff that is either gradable or good for selling at claim sales. So we've got some nice, awesome new inventory. Let's go ahead and show you what we got. First thing I'm going to show you guys, and I am going to go kind of quick here just because there's frankly so much. Full runs of Predator Cold War. Full runs of Predator Big Game. Full run of Predator 2. That's a 2-part miniseries. And I'm only just showing you a couple issues of each one. Otherwise, this would be like a 3-hour video. Full run of Marvel Zombies. Full run of Umbrella Academy. There's actually multiple full runs of this. Doing a full run of Star Wars Droids. That's pretty cool. A full run of Dark Knight's Metal. Full run of Fallen Angels. That's an 8-part series there. Full run of The Amazing Spider-Man, the very unpopular Gwen Stacy with Norman Osborn run called Sins Past. Full run of Civil War. And that actually includes all the side stories and everything, so that's a sizable little thing there. Full run of Wolverine's Origin. Full run of Alien Genocide. Full run of Aliens Earth War. 2 full runs of that, actually, it looks like. Full runs of Aliens versus Predator. 2 full runs of Reborn, Mark Millar. Full run of Doomsday Clock. Full run of Frank Miller's All-Star Batman and Robin. Couple full runs of that, actually. 2 full runs of Secret War, 5-part series. Quite a few full runs of 1602. 3 full runs of Terminator. Full run of Deadly Genesis. Full run of Ice Cream Man. Unfortunately, issue 1 was not there. Full run of Bodies, which is actually a Netflix show out literally right now. Full run of The Wicked and the Divine. Full runs of Kick-Ass Volume 1, 2, and 3, and spin-offs. So that's going to be a huge bundle. Now we're just going to get into the keys. We have the first meeting of Moon Knight and Punisher, Newsy. We have the first meeting of Punisher and Wolverine, Part 1 and 2. Newsy, not bad. Classic Punisher and Daredevil. I don't know if that's their first meeting. It honestly might be. First appearance of Microchip. First ever Punisher solo series, and that's a pretty clean looking copy, I dare say so, and that is complete. First ongoing Punisher series, and these are all Newsies. Very nice. Now keep an eye out for the new X-Men run. There's a lot of keys in there. Some of them are 10, 20 bucks. Some of them, if they can get the 9.8, like this one, can do some pretty crazy dollar figures. First appearance of Phantom X, second appearance of Phantom X, and I've showed this a couple times, the Sex issue. We have the first Illuminati solo issue. This is one I recognize from the cover. Unfortunately, I never remember it enough to tell you what it actually is, but it's Marvel Team Up number 2 by Robert Kirkman, creator of Walking Dead. It's just one to look out for. I did get some DC Universe logo variants of the DC versus Marvel, which is really great. Some Umbrella Academy ash cans. There's quite a few of those, I noticed. And a bunch of Scotty Youngs. I won't show you all of them, but I'll show you a few. We did get the Wanted Convention exclusive signed copy, which I thought was pretty cool. This guy was clearly a Mark Millar guy. Got a bunch of the Thor keys. I'm not going to show you all, but I'll show you some of the ones I recognize immediately like that first wielding of Mjolnir by Captain America. These two always go well together. It's a first appearance of that dude. I don't totally remember who that is, but I have both of them in Newsy, which works. Obviously, the anniversary border variant. I'll go a little faster now. I did get some nice bronze jades, some pretty 20 centers and such. So that's always nice. We got the classic bondage cover. Only Supernatural Thrillers book I got. These are all very popular amongst Marvel Bronze Age horror hunters. Did get a pinch of some Silver Age with some Strange Tales. Doctor Strange and Nick Fury. This is one of the boxes I actually still have to bag and board. I've done about half by now. This is actually a couple days later after I showed you that. What's this? The second appearance of Gwenom. Unfortunately, the first appearance of Gwenom was not in there. Womp womp. That's okay. This actually does quite well. This Admiral Thrawn Star Wars #1. So it's Thrawn #1. Obviously, it's the Kenner toy variant. I did get the first appearance of Concrete. We do have a couple copies of the first Alien in comics. You might recognize that. Aliens #1 from Dark Horse. Couple of those amalgam comics that have some value. Lobo the Duck, first appearance of Dark Claw. All those ones are a lot of fun. You always want this one in there too. The Dark Claw Adventures in the style of the series. I did get a full run of Red Sun. I did get like the first 40 issues of Transformers, so that's pretty incredible. Issue 1 wasn't perfect, but that's okay. Clearly, these were the copies he had as a kid. He was, you know, really reading these things, but you know, there's a lot of good ones in there. I'll just show you some of the ones that immediately I remember. There's there you go, number 10. Oh wait, that's 9, sorry. I thought number 10, yeah, number 10 right here. So all the Transformers, they're all there, and a lot of those are pretty great. Did get a bunch of the X-Force #1s. A lot of them aren't going to be super valuable, but 3 of these did have the Deadpool trading card, which adds a nice boost in value to that otherwise pretty easy to find book there. Also, there were a gajillion copies of Spider-Man #1. And you know what? That's actually a decent #1, so I'll take it, man. Isn't this early cameo or second appearance of Cable? Maybe it's something else. I just do immediately recognize the cover. First appearance of Hardware. So many of these Scotty Youngs. Again, I'm not going to show you all, but I'll show you a couple. And sprinkled in here, you're going to see some Silver Age X-Men's. Some of these I want to get graded, like that first appearance of Juggernaut. Yeah, isn't this a crazy collection? I'm showing you guys like $3 books, and suddenly it's like, here's a $500 book. Number 13, second Juggernaut. Here we have issue 29. Yeah, we're all over the place in this collection. 33. And that's not the last you'll see of all the X-Men, so just keep an eye out. Here's a bunch of the Uncannies that I'll show you. Very nice. I'll go through these pretty quick. I get X-Men in a lot, so you guys see this fairly commonly. Let me scoot along here. And might as well show you them all. I'll just go quick. There you go. Allow me to shut up for a second and have the comics do the talking. That second appearance of Rogue. Ilyana Rasputin keys. Very nice. Okay, 175. I do like that all these are pretty much Newsies. Almost all of them. Isn't that the first appearance of Forge? First Nimrod. Kitty Pryde says the N-word in this issue. Here we go. First full appearance of Gambit. Really, it's kind of a second appearance, but, you know, I piss people off if I say otherwise, so we'll call it the first full. And here's the quote-unquote second or third appearance of Gambit, depending on how you look at it. Classic right here. Nice keys in here, boys. Some nice keys. I'm going to skip a bit. Yes, this short box is actually all X-Men. Makes that easy. Looks like we've got two of those first covers of Mr. Sinister. Got some classic covers. Skipping up some issues now. Can't show you everything. First appearance of Mr. Sinister. Looks like we got a little out of order in this box. That might be the first battle with Sabretooth right there. First cameo and first appearance of the Marauders. Yeah, I just got a 9.8 of that book not too long ago. Some people like to think of this as the first Lady Deathstrike. Sort of, you know. Trial of Magneto. First appearance of Cable as a baby. And then I'm noticing there's all like the little quick, like $3 to $5 range keys. I do recognize them as keys, you know, First Phalanx and things like that. Nothing huge, I think, from this point on. The second half of X-Men keys sort of fall into the more, definitely the more affordable stuff. First Trevor Fitzroy, first Bishop, second Bishop, and so on and so forth. I think I'm going to skip X-Men for now. Wasn't just DC and Marvel. Look, first appearance of the Darkness right there. First appearance of Tomb Raider in comics right there. That's pretty sweet. Spider-Girl number 0. First appearance of the Wolverine's daughter and son, Wild Thing. We do have Young Avengers. Well, we basically have every single Young Avengers book except for number 1. He said he actually got it graded, and it did get the 9.8. So I did notice in this collection that a lot of, when it came to the last like 20 years stuff, a lot of the biggest ones were missing. And he said they all got 9.8. So that does speak to the condition of this collection, which I like to hear. So, you know, a lot of this stuff is going to be great to bring for the claim sale, but I might want to do a quick pass to see if there's not some stuff that maybe I want to get graded. Adopted daughter of Cable, Hope Summers. We got a slew of Walking Deads. Now, obviously, all these number 1s, they are reprints, but I got like 50 of them. It's kind of actually ridiculous. I'm going to skip the Walking Dead just because I just don't know them that well. Yeah, like here's, what's this, like a foil of 100? 100. So, got a lot of them. Anyway, we do have the Batman Annual, Jason Todd Origin, awesome issue. First cameo and full appearances of Damian Wayne was always good. I also always like that one and that one if you can get them in there too. The classic Jason Todd Revealed issue. And at this point, guys, I'm actually switching over to voiceover because my dogs decided to go crazy. I'm not showing you every issue, but that is a full run of Batman Hush. Not bad. Full run of Batman the Cult, first Deacon Blackfire. This is a weird one, an AT&T Best Western version of that animated series book. That's all right. There was a full run of the Frank Miller classic Batman Returns, or Dark Knight Returns, and that is pretty fantastic. First prints here, which is really great. A really crispy copy of this Gotham by Gaslight. Might even get that one graded, who knows. Marvel Point 1, couple things going on in there. This first Daughters of Liberty is hot right now. The first Star Wars by Marvel, that's actually the Loot Crate exclusive cover there. I never get this first John Kent in, so that's pretty cool. First appearance of Batwoman, and next we got this first appearance of Kate Kane. Those two always go hand in hand. First, Jaime Reyes. Don't see that one too much. Usually, issue 5 here has been plucked out. Hopefully you guys know this as the first appearance of Kyle Rayner. I also got the first Onomatopoeia, underrated character right there. Speaking of that, I do have the first issue from that Kevin Smith run. And I got a bunch of Green Arrow in here, like this first ongoing series. Not bad. Mike Grell Classic. And completely random, several of these Ghost Rider 15s, first and second prints galore. I also got Hulk 2, the actual first appearance of the Red Hulk. Remember, number 1's just a cover appearance. First, Rick Flag Sr. Don't see that one too much. We also got Frank Miller's Ronin, number 1. I've been seeing this a lot lately. Moving along, we do have OMAC number 1. Nice. I definitely don't see that one too often, so it's good to get. I found this collection to have a lot of Lobo, so I had definitely not shown you all, but we got the Paramilitary Christmas special. We do a full series, all that sort of stuff. I do have a lot of the Green Lantern number 1s as well. Here we got the classic Guy Gardner getting punched in the face. Nice to see that it's also the newsstand. That's going to give me a little value there. Gideon Falls, full run of that, by the way. Almost full run of Oblivion Song with a lot of duplicates of number 1, which totally works. Robert Kirkman goodness. First appearance of Gnort or Gnort. Never knew how to pronounce that, but you should know that one. Also, we do have Queen of Fables first appearance. The only reason I know that is because of the Harley Quinn animated show. Here we've got the first full appearance of the Black Flash. Watch out, there's a lot of cameos of the Black Flash. Here we have the proposal issue, followed by, of course, the actual wedding issue. I say wedding issue because, as you know, it was a failed wedding with Batman 50 and 44 there. Moving on, we have a Suicide Squad key here. Not too many keys from this run, so keep an eye out for that one. Several copies of Supes 123, the first blue suit. They actually all look perfect. They might wind up in my next submission. Superman 204, commonly paired with Batman 608. I actually did get the full run of All New Wolverine, but I'm only going to show you the keys. Like, basically 1 and 2 are the big ones of this run. Definitely commit those to memory. That's first Gabby, which is a character that's going to have some legs. I also do have some bronze and even some silver Cap America, so I'll just show you some of my favorites right here. Upcoming, I'm going to show you some of the more Copper Age ones, like this classic flag cover. Not bad that both of these are a newsstand as well. That's going to help us out here with the return on profit, hopefully. And I do have Captain America number 1 by Liefeld. I actually got like 10 of these. Nice to know that it has some value. It occurred to me that after I started doing this voiceover, I realized I forgot an entire box. There was a whole short box of Wizard halves with certificate of authenticities and everything. Speaking of COAs, I got a couple signed G.I. Joe books right here, a bunch of the first appearance of Max in these darker image number ones. And here's one of my favorites. We do have a newsstand copy of Hulk 340. Beautiful cover. I always love that one. World War Hulk number 1. See, we're all over the place here. Newsy, Indiana Jones number 1. I've gotten a couple 9/8s out of that. Actually, I've gotten one 9/8 out of this too. First manga-verse Spider-Man. First Machine Man solo series. Very nice. We do have some Amadeus Cho keys with Totally Awesome Hulk number 1. There was actually a full run of that, but I'm just showing you number 1 there. Do have the Death of Thanos here. This is one of the variants. And we actually had a full run of not only Batman and Robin, also the later Batman and Robin series, which I don't even think I show you here. So both volumes of that. Normally I don't care about reprints, but because of the overwhelming amount of these X-Men milestone issues, I thought I'd have to show it off just to show you the books. Port of Earth is one to watch out for. Nice, guys. You know what that is? First Batman Who Laughs. That's a Teen Titans 12. This double date issue is one of several from the Tom King run that I think make it an honestly great Batman run. Here we go. We got a Supergirl key. And I mentioned we had a lot of Lobo. Here's one of the many number 1s. I actually love that cover, so that's pretty great. Justice Society of America. We had a full run of that. That number 1's got some value. Taking a trip back with Marvel, we have the first Ultimate Nick Fury right here. Classic, but pretty scary. Scared me in the 2000s, that is, of the zombie FF. Man, I never liked seeing Sue Storm like that, man. Here's the actual first appearance of Marvel Zombies. Very nice. I've been getting that one in. That's 2 gorgeous possible 9.8 contenders I have right now of that. Here we have Ultimate FF number 1. Captain America number 1. This is the Hail Hydra issue, which you guys I'm sure remember that. This guy was a big Captain America fan, actually. There's a lot of Captain America keys. I'm not even showing you a portion of all of them. So I separated the boxes by like fluff versus good stuff, and I'm only basically showing you the Cap stuff that I even remember, but there's a heck of a lot more than even that. So it's definitely there. First Sam Wilson as Captain America. I also have 2 copies. There's both variants of the Death of Cap. I also have, what's this, Red Skull's daughter who becomes Sin. Let's go on a look out for. Now we're into another one of the short boxes of full runs. So full runs, miniseries and things like that. And honestly, guys, again, I feel the need to say I'm only showing you a portion. Full run of Human Torch signed. That was pretty cool. Keeping it going, we have a full run of the House of M. There were other parts that tie into that, but I basically stripped it down to just House of M. Full run of Longbow Hunters, Green Arrow. Full run of The Nail. It's a 3-part series, so it's all there. Full run of JLA Tower of Babel. Classic story right there. Make sure you read that one if you don't know it. That's a great Batman story. Full run of Justice League of America. Is that Justice League of America Volume 2? I forget what the technical term is called. But, yep, every last issue accounted for. And I think that actually is the end of that box, so we're able to move on. In this box, we're going to get a Futurama number 1. Pretty cool. I never see that, so I'm loving it, man. We also have Afterlife with Archie, an oddball variant that I haven't seen before, but Afterlife with Archie was particularly good, so keep an eye out for that. Youngblood number 2. You guys might remember this Comet Man. He actually had a bunch of these, so that was kind of neat. Certainly don't see that too much. I did get a couple copies of Silver Hawks number 1. Watch out for some of those Star comics. They can be pretty popular. I did get a Silver Surfer, number 1, Newsy. Now, when it comes to reprints from the 70s are still particularly good. This full run of fantasy masterpieces, Silver Surfer 1 through 4, are a 1 through 4 that you want. That actually has a higher value than you'd think. Spider-Man v. Wolverine, classic story, and newsstand, I might add. Not bad. This is a reprint of 252, but it's a reprint shortly after. So if you ever see that one, that actually has some value. Here we do have some classic Kraven the Hunter stuff with the classic storylines there. 298 and 299. Unfortunately, 300 wasn't there, but considering I think of 299 as the actual first Venom, I'll take my 299. That being said, obviously, you are well aware that a 300 has the value. It was a full run of all the McFarlane issues, save issue 300. So just rifling them off here, I got to show you what was in there. You're going to recognize classic covers, this and that's. Again, I can't show you guys everything. It would honestly be like a 3-hour video. As it stands, I'm sure it'll be a hour video, the rate we're going here, but you know, I got to make some cuts, so there's a lot I'm not showing you. And to be honest with you, I need to do at least a couple passes over with the bulk stuff because I went through it really fast and there could be things I missed, so I got to get back out there and take another look. But in the meantime, here's some McFarlane Spidey for you. Classic ASM Annual and the Newsy. This was a heavy newsstand collection, if you don't know. There are a couple spine ticks on this 9/11 issue. Still, it's got some nice value, and it is still high grade. We did have the first appearance of Penny Parker. He did tell me he had this full run, obviously, issue 2. He got graded, did get the 9.8. Like I said, the biggest stuff from the modern stuff he got graded. 2 copies, Newsy, of Kraven's Last Hunt. Okay, classic cover, goodness. And then we have some of the Campbells. These 2 in particular are some of the ones that are pretty valuable. Nice, first Ultimate Spider-Girl. Love that character, man. And here we enter the land of newer books. These I'm not so hip on. I mean, I like them. I'm just not the best at remembering what they are. I know that's the first appearance of Maria Hill. I will also tell you that there was a full run of Avengers. This is the first Illuminati right here. But again, the whole run was here. There might have been even another volume of New Avengers. Ronan Key right there. Echo as Ronan, if I recall. Then we have the Kevin Smith Daredevil. Unfortunately, Echo's first appearance was ripped on out of here. It's not going to be in there. We do the first Valeria Von Doom. FF15 ain't bad. First Kismet right here. Aisha becomes her. Very nice. 54 is the first appearance of Valeria Richards as a baby. Almost a full run of this ASM run. 4, the first Silk, was missing. Womp womp. But you know what? I had 1, I had 9. I had a couple of the pretty good ones left over in here. Again, I say, he clearly went through his complete runs, took the best ones, and was successfully able to get the 9.8 out of them. So hopefully I have still a couple 9.8s left in me. Or you know what? It'll just go to claim sales, which is cool too. I think I mentioned in another recent video how many full runs of Wolverine I've been getting in. This time I actually got a pinch of the mini-series, just issue 2 and 3, so unfortunately still no number 1. But man, I am getting all the Wolverine in the world. Wolverine Origins, number 10, first Daken, all sorts of Wolverine stuff, man. I am up to my eyeballs in it. I got all the Old Man Wolverine keys that you ever need. Let me tell you something. Come by the antique shop. I got all the Wolverine. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do a Wolverine-only claim sale soon. That's how much Wolverine I have. I'm not kidding, folks. Here we got the classic Liefelds, 154 and 155. I've gotten a couple 9.8s out of them this past year. I've been very, very blessed. And you know what? These look like possible 9.8 candidates again. So I might send like my 4th batch of these off. So wish me luck there, and keep an eye to the eBay page because you might see it. First Visionaries, and that's actually multiple full runs of that miniseries. I was pretty surprised to see this in there. Isn't this like a brand new book? First Dino Riders. I have both covers of Elektra's first solo series. Excalibur #1. It's not the first appearance of Excalibur #1, by the way. It's just an issue #1. Eternals annual, and then 3, 2, and 1. So all the most valuable Eternals books, I got them. So that's cool. I have to tell you guys, I've been really developing an appreciation for 90s and early 2000s Star Wars Dark Horse books, specifically if it at all ties into the prequels, because I am a sucker for the prequels. I wear that on my sleeve, honestly. I honestly think they're pretty great movies. Don't hate me. It is what it is. Whatever, I don't care. I love what I love, right? We're all dorks here. And anyway, I'm starting to really love this stuff. So I've gotten in some Dark Horse Star Wars, and I think this time maybe I might actually hold on to it. And here we had almost a full run of She-Hulk. I wish it was complete, obviously. Some value in those books for sure. Some of the really risque ones weren't there, but you know what? I've got plenty, so I can match it with it. I do have a She-Hulk bin at my antique shop, and actually She-Hulk moves decently well, so it's always good to get in as a buyer. I do have several of these Barbie fashion #1s. Not Barbie #1s. Barbie #1's a little better, but still it's Barbie fashion #1 and newsstand. Bunch of Magic Order #1s too. So good trends to be seen here. I've also got A-Force #1. There was actually a full run of that, I should say. I'm just showing you #1. Almost a full run of Alpha Flight. I did get #1, 52, 53, the classic Jim Lee ones. Here you go. And Newsstand. So I have bad luck getting those graded, so I'm going to stay away. Again, this guy was a huge Captain America fan. This second print of 100 has more value than the first print. Did you know? I also have the first appearance of The Runaways, a book I never see. So I'm really glad about that. That one is actually going to be one of the ones I think I'm definitely going to get graded. Beyonder Key right here. Again, Newsstand, which works. X-Men and Titans. This is a great fun book. Everybody loves it. And X Factor. And with X Factor, you always want to see 5 and 6 and 23 and 24. And here you go. And the fact that I've got newsstands of them makes it even better. Some of these are actually pretty clean. It's definitely tempting me to get them graded. Maybe with CBCS? We'll see. Moving along, we did have the first 20 issues of X-Force with many duplicates. Each book had at least like 4 or 5 copies of it. So #1, #2, #4, 5, 6, 8, which is the actual first appearance of Domino, 11, which is the one that everyone thinks is the first Domino. And here's some more Silver Age X-Men. Again, there's even more than this, guys. I wasn't able to show you it all. I'm trying to keep everything under an hour here. So I can't quite get it all for you, but there's some really nice stuff here. The question is, with this X-Men second Dazzler, nice, do I bring it to the antique shop or do I sell it at claim sales? You know, X-Men's a popular title. It's just that for whatever reason at my antique shop, I can't keep up with the demand for it. You know, it gets depleted very quickly. So I think I'll probably bring these to my antique shop, maybe keep a couple for the claim sales. I mean, I don't know. First Abby Brand, cameo and full appearance. Also got the first actual appearance of Gambit. Annual number 14 there. Watch out for this annual too. That one gets a little overlooked. That's a good one. We got an X23 key. Smaller key. Oh boy, I have more X-Men #1s from the 90s than I could ever hope to use. Just like the X-Force, though, the first 20 issues of X-Men, he had multiple copies of. So that means multiple copies of 4, multiples of 5, 6, 8, 11 even. So, this was definitely a good pickup. Some of these X-Men's, while they're very, very affordable, they're very popular. So if I have a lot of them, that's going to be a good thing. There's that classic Jim Lee 11. I think there were 4 or 5 copies of it. 4 or 5 copies of this classic Rogue and Gambit, too. All in all, this collection, I think, was a surefire win. This is going to be great for the more affordable end of my claim sales. And honestly, a lot of it is stuff that tends to really move at the antique shop. So I think this was a good purchase for those reasons alone. I hope you all enjoyed the collection. There's going to be more like this to come, and keep on hunting, my friends. Make sure to come down to Sentiment Depot Antiques and Collectibles, where I'm set up with all of my comics, located at 238 West Delaware Ave, Pennington, New Jersey. Open every day except for Monday and Tuesday. Enjoy 10% off from Wednesday to Friday. See you there.